As Seneca once said, "Aren't you ashamed to reserve for yourself only the remnants of your life, and to dedicate to wisdom only that time can't be directed to business?" Barnaby was a man of meticulous ledgers. His life, like his books, was perfectly balanced. From the moment he inherited his father's small textile mill, his singular focus had been expansion. Every dawn found him at the mill, every dusk saw him hunched over shipping manifests. "Business," he would say to his wife, "is the engine of life. Everything else is cargo." In his study, far from the clatter of the looms, sat a large oak desk he rarely used. On it rested a pristine, leather-bound set of books, histories, philosophies, and poetry, a gift from his university mentor decades prior. Beside them lay a detailed blueprint for a ship in a bottle, a hobby he had admired as a boy. "When the second mill is operational," he promised himself, "I will have time to read." When the second mill was built, he set his sights on acquiring the shipping routes. "After the routes are secured," he vowed, "I will build the ship." His children grew. They learned to walk while he was charting tariffs. They learned to read while he was negotiating with suppliers. He provided them with everything except his time. His wife often sat by the window, reading the very books he ignored. "Won't you join me?" she would ask. "Later, my dear," Barnaby always replied, not looking up from his accounts. "The wool prices in the north are unstable. This requires my full attention." Decades spun by as fast as his textile machines. Barnaby became the wealthiest man in the region. His hair turned from brown to gray, then to a thin, snowy white. His bustling walk slowed to a cautious shuffle. His hands, once quick with figures, grew stiff and knotted with age. Finally, the day came when his physicians ordered him to retire. His empire was vast, his work complete. His children, now adults with their own busy lives, ran the mills. Barnaby was left with what he had always claimed to want: time. On a quiet Tuesday afternoon, he entered the silent study. The air was thick with the faint, sweet smell of old paper. He shuffled to the oak desk and ran a trembling finger over the spines of the books. He turned his attention to the blueprint. He picked up the small, intricate tools for the ship in a bottle. But his fingers, thick and aching with arthritis, could not grasp the tiny tweezers. He tried to thread a minuscule rig, but his hands shook uncontrollably. The delicate piece of wood splintered. He slumped back in his chair, staring at the book he couldn't read and the ship he couldn't build. He had saved these small pieces of wisdom and joy for the very end. Now, sitting in the silence, he had all the time in the world, but he had reserved for himself only the useless remnants of his life. A cold, quiet shame settled upon him, heavier than all his ledgers combined. If this story connected with you, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this.